path to Romania's future might still be a bit muddy, but this is where it lies, in drained swampland, the future site of the Nokia village. The locals in Cluj are already talking excitedly about their town becoming an electronics mecca. It may be the third industrial site to be established in the region, but it's by far the most important. One of the project's driving forces is this man, president of the Cluj District Council, Marius Nicoara. The former banker is hoping the arrival of the Finns will usher in an economic boom. There'll be jobs for 3,500 people in the Nokia mobile phone production plant alone.
Yes, of course. This is a favorite project here.
So are there great hopes for the region?
Yes, very much so. It's the biggest project in the region.
Nokia wants more than just the plant. The 90-hectare site will also serve as a base for suppliers, and there'll be hotels and apartments too, all part of the Nokia village concept. The state is investing 30 million euros in roads, gas and electricity connections and sewage systems. Nicoara points out that the funds are from domestic coffers, not EU subsidies.
There's been a lot of speculation that we used EU aid money for the construction of this plant. That's not true. The money that's been channeled into this project is from Romanian government coffers.
Meanwhile, in Bochum, outraged protesters have joined North Rhine-Westphalia's economics minister for a protest march to the town hall. Krista Tobin wants to find out whether Nokia is obliged to pay back some of the 90 million euros in subsidies it got from the national and state governments. She makes no bones about talking to the press. The fact that Nokia is moving production from here to Romania is considered normal competition within the EU. Why do you say Nokia should be pilloried for what it's done?
There's a simple reason. I mentioned it at the press conference. We can't say that companies can't relocate at all. There could be situations where, for a number of reasons, production at a specific location is no longer profitable. But that's not the case here with Nokia. The company was making profits in Bochum, yet it suddenly closed its factory here down. That sort of behavior reflects badly on our whole economic system.
Inside the town hall, the media have gathered. Nokia's employees, the real focus of the event, seem more like onlookers. Outside, the unions are mobilizing. They reject the company's argument that German workers are too expensive. To what extent are workers' wages reflected in the price of a cell phone?
Here in Germany, it depends on the type of phone because there are price differences. The portion of the price is under 5%, and there are types of mobile phones where it's under 1%.
Back in Romania, the village of Jucu also borders on the new Nokia complex. For people here too, the Finnish plant is a blessing. Many villagers will now be able to earn more money without having to travel far. For example, this woman has been earning the equivalent of about 80 euros a month. Now she's got a job with Nokia.
I get 833 RON a month. That's 220 euros. I'm happy to be working for Nokia. The pay is much higher than I used to get in my old job in the city. It's close to my home and there's a free bus service.
But her husband is not applied for a job with Nokia. The pay doesn't attract him.
My job pays very well. I earn a lot more than you get at Nokia.
So his wife's pay packet will supplement the family income. The couple also runs a small farm. Others have a more difficult time. Even though Nokia pays more than elsewhere, 220 euros a month is still well below the national average, which is around 450 euros a month. But life here isn't cheap. Gasoline, for instance, costs almost as much as in Germany. And in the regional capital Cluj, a one-room apartment costs at least 200 euros or more than a Nokia employee could afford. Can you live on 220 euros?
No.
It's doubly hard for Nokia employees in Bochum. They know they can't compete with wages that are low even by Romanian standards. They have no doubts that the Finnish management will close the factory.
Resignation is a good word. Perhaps it's self-protection, but people are a bit sarcastic as well.
There are no Finns left in the factory now. I don't know where they are.
But there used to be Finns in the factory.
Yeah, there used to be Finns in the factory, but I don't know where they are. There are emergency exits here.
The sell-off has already started. Representatives of legal expenses insurers have turned up at the shift change looking for new business. There's still hope of high redundancy payments. Back in Romania, it's not only the locals who will benefit from the Nokia plant. A lot of building work is needed, and Nokia plans to invest some 60 million euros in the plant. The largest slice, a contract worth 40 million, will go to the Goldbeck construction company from Bielefeld, which isn't all that far from Bochum. To get the contract, the firm had to fend off international competitors, oddly enough from both Romania and Scandinavia.